Hello lovelies, and welcome to today's tutorial. So I'm very excited about this tutorial. This particular tutorial I'll be uploading because I have actually been working on it for a while and I couldn't upload it for some reasons, but I thank God that the tutorial is finally ready and you all will see the process on how to make this beautiful dress in today's tutorial. So I'm going to be showing you how to go about the cutting, sewing, proper finishing, and useful tips that you will be finding useful in recreating something like this to give yourself this design or even something better than this. Yes, so I know you don't want to miss it. So please stay tuned with me even as we continue in this video. So moving forward, the measurements I'll be needing for this tutorial are listed here, which I'm not going to be dwelling on because as we continue in the cutting of the dress, I will be listing them out. So for the materials, I made use of 4 yards of Duchess silk for the whole thing. I made use of a paper stay, I made use of an stay, I made use of a lining, then I made use of this gum, and I made use of rhinestone. So in case you are thinking of the glue to use, that is the glue I used, E7000, and it worked very well for me, and I made use of rhinestones. So moving forward now, I'm going to be going to the cutting of the front part and then the cutting of the back. So now I do not want to waste time in this video at all, so I have drafted the basic parts that we will be needing so that we don't waste time on it, so that this video is not excessively long. So I went out to take the measurement, which is 17 inches divided by 2, 8.5. I marked it down. Then I came down by 1 inches for the shoulder slope. After doing that, I'm going ahead to mark down the chest line, which is bust divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. And I got my measurements and I added extra inches. Then I marked 7.5 inches down. Then after doing that, I marked the bust measurements plus extra allowances on the chest line. And then I marked it on that point there. Then I got my armhole curve. Please, I'll be dropping a link in the description box if you want to know in details how to go about drafting your armhole curve. So next, now I went down by 10.5 inches for the bust point, the bust line, 14 inches for the under bust line, 17.5 inches for the waistline, 25.5 inches for the hip line, and 35.5 inches for the full length on this pattern paper. So I'm working with 35.5 inches on the pattern paper, but on the main fabric, I'm going to be working with about 62 inches. So I'll be extending it on the main fabric. Now to continue in this tutorial, I'll be marking the nipple to nipple measurement, which is 8 inches divided by 4 inches. I'll mark it on the under bust line, on the bust line, and on the waist line. Then on that waistline, I'll go down by extra 6 inches. So that extra 6 inches is where our dart is going to be stopping. So it's not going to get to the hip line. So moving forward now, I'm just going to draw a straight line across. So next now on the waistline and under bust line, I'll go out by about 0.75 inches. So I'll go up by 0.75 on the waistline and 0.75 on the under bust line. After doing that now, on that waistline, I'm going to go ahead and connect the point to the end of the line we have there, as you can see me doing. I'll connect both points. Then that point on the waistline, I'll go ahead and connect it straight to the under bust to meet the 0.75 inches on the under bust line. Next, now after doing that, I'll go ahead and I'll come down by 1 inches from the bust line. After coming down by 1 inches, then I'll use this my pattern master, my pattern curve, to curve it to that mark. So I'll just give it a curve from the under bust line to meet that 1 inches on the bust line. So on the chest line, I'll go out by 1/2 inch. After going up by 1/2 inch, then I'll draw a straight line. So that is going to be my new chest line. So after doing that now, I'll take the half measurement of the shoulder. After taking the half measurement, I'll connect it to meet that 4 inches line. So I'll extend the nipple to nipple line on the bust line to that chest line. Then after I extend it, I'll now draw the half. Then I'll now draw a line from the shoulder to meet that line there. So after drawing the line, I'll now go out by 1 inches on that line. I'll go out by 1 inches on both sides. So that is going to be the over bust tightening. So after doing that, I'll now connect the lines to that point at the below the bust line, at the bust line. So I'll do it for both sides. 1 inches. I took 1 inches. So depending on the measurement of the person you are working with, you can go out by lesser. Depending, you can go out by lesser, or you can go out by even more. Yes, so that is it. So I took 1 inches and I curved it out. So next now, because this pattern, we are not cutting it as a one piece, we are slashing it. So on the end of this pattern now, I'm going to mark that same nipple to nipple measurement, which is 4 inches. Then I'll connect it to that leg there. Then after connecting it, I'll go ahead and take the measurement of this dress. I just want to label it center front. So that's the center front and that's the side front. And then I'll take the measurement. After taking the measurement, I'll replace the darts. After replacing the darts, I'll take the bust dart. So we have a side bust dart. So I'm going to take it because the waist on the back and the front is not the same. So I'm going to take that difference from the front by taking the side bust dart. Then after taking the side bust dart, the front and back will now align together when I cut it out. So I'm going ahead to mark the measurement. I marked the bust divided by 4 plus that 2 inches for the dart intake. I replaced it. Then on the waistline, I marked the waist divided by 4, which is 28 divided by 4. Then I replaced the dart, which is 1.5. I marked it. Then on the hip, I marked the hip divided by 4, which is 40 divided by 4, 10 inches. I marked it. Then on the end of the dress is the same measurement with the hip measurement. I went ahead to mark it out. So after doing that, I'm just going ahead to connect the points together. So on the bust line, I went down by 1.5 inches and I'm connecting it to the bust line. So I went down by 1.5 inches and I'm connecting it. So that is going to be our side bust dart. So next, I'm just going ahead to connect the points together. Now after doing that, I'll go ahead and cut this out. So first and foremost, I'll cut that side bust part, then I'll close it up. After closing it up, I'll redraw the line from the chest line to the waistline, because after closing the side bust that you will notice that the line has been tampered with, it has shifted. So I'll just redraw it. Then after redrawing it, I'll go ahead and cut everything out. So please watch carefully to see the parts that I am cutting out. So this is it. So we can see that it's as simple as this. If followed carefully, we will get the base of the dress. So we can see. So now proceeding to the back. So this tutorial is already getting very long, so I'm going to be fast. So exactly what we did on the front is what we repeated on the back. The only difference is that for this back, the chest, the waistline is 15.5 inches, it's not 17 inches. So the bust point is 10.5 inches, the waistline 15.5, then the hip line is 15.5 inches plus 8 inches, then the end of the dress is 33 inches. So moving forward now, I went ahead to mark the nipple to nipple measurement, and I'm going ahead to connect it down. So from the waistline, I also went down by 6 inches. Then on both points on the waistline, I'm coming out by 0.5 inches, and I'm connecting the point to the end of that line. Then for the upper part, I'm going to be coming down by about 1 inches. Then I'll connect, but I'll go ahead and still connect it to the top of the chest line because of the tightening at that part, so that it is not giving any bulge or any excesses at the back of the dress. So I went ahead to connect the points from the waistline to the top of that chest line there. Yes. And I used about 1/4 of an inch, and I connected it there. So next, now the waistline, I'll go out by 0.5 inches to eliminate the bulge. I'll connect the line to the top of the fabric, to the top of the pattern paper, and to the bottom of it like this. So that is just to eliminate any form of zip bulge at that area. Moving forward now, I connected the line to the end of this pattern paper so that we can have a division, because there's going to be a division for this back piece. Yes. So next, I went ahead. On the end of the line, I marked that nipple to nipple measurement 4 inches, and then I connected the line. So next, now I'm just going ahead to mark to place the measurement and replace the darts we took. Then after doing that, I'm going to go ahead and mark it down. So after doing that, I went ahead to cut out everything. So now the measurement on the hip line, just like the front, is the same measurement on the end of the pattern paper and will be the same measurement on the end of the dress. So after cutting it out, so this is what we have for the center front, the side back, and the center back. So guys, it's as easy as this, but if you are confused in any area of the tutorial, please feel free to ask me. Next, I went ahead to pin down, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it out for the all pieces. Yes, so we can see how it is. So it is on fold, and I'm going ahead to cut it out. So you can add your extra 0.5 inches allowance. Then on the side back and center back, and on the side back and side front, you can add 1.5 inches or 2 inches extra allowance. So I went ahead to just mark the fabric to indicate that it is the back side, because sometimes working with these fabrics can be confusing. So next, I also went ahead to cut the lining pieces for everything. So now for the stay, I'm going to be using this stay for the front and for the back, for the lining pieces and for the main fabric. So I went ahead to attach it to the waist part. So I did not iron stay to the end of the fabric. I attached it to the waist part. Then after doing that, I'll go ahead and join it. So now for the embellishment and for the design, so I used a paper stay, not an stay, for the same Duchess material, and I'm going to be making use of this beautiful rhinestone for the design. So I'm going to iron the paper stay on the whole of the Duchess. I used 2 yards. Then after doing that, I cut it about 6 inches. Then I sewed it down. Then after sewing it down, I ironed it. So when ironing, it's going to give rough edges. That is the beauty of it. There is no issue. So after doing that, I'm now going to use this rhinestone to embellish the fabrics that we have already sewn down. Then I'll glue it. Then after gluing it, I'm so sorry, I was actually in a hurry to finish the dress, so I couldn't film the entire process. So you will sew it down, you will gather it with thread, with your thread. After you gather it, you will now attach it. You will hand stitch it. The part you can use machine to sew, you can use machine, but the part you can't use machine to sew down, you hand stitch it. Then you go around the dress, giving it any design of your choice you want. So this is how the tutorial this is the end of the tutorial, and this is how the dress came out to be. So you will just gather it, and that is what will give it this effect on the dress. And so thank you so much for watching. She loved the dress so much, and I promised that I'll upload the tutorial on the channel. I'm so grateful to God I was able to do that. So thank you so much for sticking up to this point. Yes, I'll be seeing you in the next tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and stay tuned. Bye.